Hey everybody, welcome to this 2-minute techie tip on how to use Socrative, a student and teacher online quizzing system. This is a device neutral system that would allow teachers or students to ask questions, create a quiz, an exit ticket, review information that was previously shared with students and get immediate feedback from students on that topic. So as always, our goal is to improve teacher productivity and enhance student learning by focusing on the communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking skills in the classroom. So let's get to it. Socrative, if I go to socrative.com, this is what it's going to look like. I can do this on an iPad or on my favorite browser. I can create and share quizzes on an iPad or my favorite browser. Use your Google login or whatever to create an account. The iPad offers a student app and a teacher app, so it's pretty easy to figure out. I'm logged in. Well, actually, when I create a login, then I have this screen and I can do my email or my password and then log in. I'm going to pause the recording so I can do that. Okay, so I'm logged in, and again, Socrative is free, device neutral app. Because I've created an account, I get a room, and it says my room number for this is puppy06. I have two students, two other iPads in my room, and I think one iPad just went to sleep, so now I'm back to two. So it's super easy to use, and again, I'm logged in as a teacher. I can have my students, I can just ask questions. For instance, I'm going to throw out a true and false question, and the two iPads in my room, true or false, Madison is the capital of Wisconsin, and they are seeing on their screen a true or false question. I'm going to tap false, and then my partner is going to tap true, and we can see immediately that we have one student who tapped true, one student who tapped false. So I can get feedback really quickly without students sharing information just on simple true and false questions. I can discover what they know about a topic or review what we talked about yesterday. And I can pose a multiple choice or short answer. So let's say if I'm going to give a short answer, I could do a question here, and the definition of a triangle is, and then I could say, let's see, a student will answer the question once. I can share this out with my students, and we're going to see what they get. The let's see, when you're on a let's see, on an iPad, and I'm just going to enter 3 sides, and that probably isn't even correct, but they get the question then, and then they get a submit button. So I'm going to refresh here, and then I have one student responded 3 sides, and then another student is going to respond a 3-sided object. So I can see right away, you know, we just talked about triangles, and we just defined it yesterday. What do they remember? So it's really quick in that I don't have to, oh, and I went back, I'm going to cancel this. We don't have to have anything prepared. I can just simply ask questions without entering any information. We can just really have a discussion about knowledge that my students currently have. But I can also create formal quizzes or assessments based on what we've talked about in my classroom, or gain knowledge from my students about an upcoming unit. So I have a quiz that I created, and it is in fact about Let's see. It is in fact about triangles. And oh, right here. So edit quizzes in your account, select a saved quiz, and I'm going to push out to the two students in my room currently a triangle test. And I can edit that quiz, I can duplicate that quiz, I can delete that quiz, but I can, let's see, I am going to, yeah, send that out, and my students should see that. All right, so okay, so we just talked about I can have single question activities where I can just ask students a multiple choice question, true and false, or short answer. But I can also create quizzes that would review information or just ask questions for prior knowledge. I have a pre-made quiz here that I am going to select, and it is called Triangle Test. And I can choose, is it student paced where students can just go through at their own pace, or is it teacher paced? And I'm going to select that this is going to be teacher paced, and right here, my students in my class, and if your iPads go to sleep, that tells them that I don't have any students in the room, so iPads have to be awake. First question out of 4. Please enter your last name and first name, and I am, so then we submit, we see who's in the room, and then as a teacher, I have, oh, we have siblings in the class. So then I'm the teacher controlling this. I send my next question to my students. And question number 2 out of 4 is an isosceles triangle is defined by, and they are seeing choices where I put in as a multiple choice, having all sides equal, having 0 or no sides equal, having at least 2 sides equal. I'm going to choose a wrong answer, and an isosceles triangle is defined by having at least 2 sides equal. So one person got that right. So again, I'm going to send the next question to my students, and I entered this previously. It took a couple of minutes. The third question is the 3 sides of a triangle add up to, and they can choose from 120 degrees, 180 degrees, 100 degrees. And I just chose 180 degrees. Socrative right here on an iPad or browser will tell me immediately, give me immediately their feedback. So I have, again, we chose differently, so I see my responses. Obviously, if I had 20 students responding, I'd see all of their responses. Said my next question, and this is my last one. The 2 line segments are congruent when, and it says they add up to 180 degrees, they are parallel, or the correct answer is they have the same length. So we're going to hope that we get that correct. There we go. Both of us responded correctly. I'm going to end that activity, and here I can email that report to myself, or another teacher download it, or say no report for this. So my only other topic that I want to show people here, I can ask quick questions in the single question activities. I can create quizzes that I can get immediate feedback on. I can manage my quizzes, but I can also, what I really like is an exit ticket, that I can get an assessment from students, 2 people in my room, and I can say a completed exit ticket can be kind of a formal response where students enter their name, and then they get a couple of questions about the activity. And I'm just going to give you just a little preview of what that looks like. So when students enter their name, then reload that, they get completed exit activity, they get questions about how well did you understand today's material. Totally get it. And I'm going to see how I get those results. What did you learn today? They would fill in that activity, and again, I would get the email, I would get a complete report from that. So, Socrative, definitely something to explore. For personalized learning, I would have informed instruction for specific students as to what did they retain, what do I need to work on, iPad or web-based, device-neutral way to assess students' learning. It's worth our time to explore. So, and remember that with technology, we can remove the limitations of the traditional classroom and advance the way we teach and learn. Thanks for listening.